Hey everybody, this is David Evans from Washington, D.C., president of Pick TV Network. I'm here with my favorite co-host on the Pick TV Network, live from Washington, D.C., all the way to Chicago. My main man, my right-hand man, bro. Oh, how you feel, bro? Oh,
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. We just did a show earlier on Hello
yeah.
America, and so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Man, it's all good, man. I'm always happy, man. We in a brand new studio, so we're bringing all these bells and whistles now, bro. Oh, so somebody the doorbell, though, man. Let me see. Hey, who is that? Deborah. Oh, hey, you got my pizza ready, man. Hey, so I want to thank you, man. You know I love you, dude, because we seen our programs and shows go, man. Tell everybody who watching right now, Pick TV is the place to be. If they want to be on the Prison Freedom Channel, tell them what they're gonna get, brother. Oh, what to look for.
So the Prison Freedom Program basically is a show that provides a platform for people who have uh, had an experience in the prison industrial complex, who've been impacted by the criminal justice system, people who are formerly incarcerated, and then also people who are advocates for prison reform and for the rights of people that are labeled as returning citizens. So, we bring people on to talk about that. And so if you have anybody that you know that fits in that category, you can let them know about the Prison Freedom Program, or if you yourself fit in that category and you want to come on and just talk about your experience or any issues that you feel need to be addressed, then just let us know. Contact us so that you can come on here and let the world know. Let the world hear your voice.
Yeah. Well, oh man, man, you've been doing it with me since we started this Prison Freedom Show and Hello America, man. Uh, we have people like Benny, man, the Jerusalem Gangster. You know, talk about those two great men who you had on, Benny and Jerusalem Gangster.
Well, yeah, Benny, he's my mentor, and he's been my mentor for a couple years now, and he's still doing a lot of positive work in the community for return to citizens. I think that he's kind of, I guess, what's the word I want to use? It feels like I think he's been a little bit revived or rejuvenated. I've seen a lot of energy in him recently that he had kind of like lost. Not saying that he didn't have any, but I think that there's more. I'll just say that, right? He's feeling very enthusiastic with some of his endeavors right now, and I'm enthusiastic for him. Also, the Imad, that's whom you're referring to, the Jerusalem gangster. His story is just something
Yeah.
that's unique. Uh, his experience and what he had to deal with growing up, and his experience in the prison system and getting out and just really trying to restructure his life. But his story is one that's very interesting. So I was just glad to have him come on.
Yeah, man. For you to be able to do what you do, um, the way you have helped our network to grow, brother. Oh man, I want to say thank you, man. You got this award-winning trophy, man. This thing is bigger than life, man. For those who are watching this award-winning show for Brother O, Chicago Prison Freedom Channel and shows, we had elected officials on. Folks, brother O. Also, as an author, tell about your books, man. You don't need. Man, we got so busy in doing TV shows, I forgot you a book author, man. Talk about
Oh
that.
yeah, so I have three publications. There are poetry publications, and two of them just talk about my experience while I was incarcerated. I just felt like that was important because a lot of people they don't. There are a lot of misconceptions and inaccuracies about the experience inside of prison. So I just wanted to be able to depict it through my poetry for people in a way that would be, as accurate as possible by it coming from my perspective as one being it on the inside and not just what they've heard or just even some author who is, he's writing, but he's not writing from a perspective of experience. And then there are even those that they may have had the experience, but a lot of things have been embellished over the years. And I get that, right? Because that's what sells. But I just wanted to really just tell the story like it is from my experience being in the prison industrial complex, but poetically. So I try to bring people into that world and try to get them some insight into what it's like to have that experience.
Wow, man. Thank you, brother. Oh, that's amazing, man. Um, just to see a network grow and you to grow with Pick TV Network with shows and programs, man, and going on 2 million people around the world. Um, let's talk about Chicago for a minute, man. You know, I want some pizza when I come. First of all, I'm looking for some pizza, man. So,
Oh, it's plenty of pizza places here.
yeah.
I don't want to endorse. I when if and when you come, I'll just show you. I'll take you to a couple places. I don't want to just endorse one place because there are a lot of good uh, spots to go to. So I don't want to just put one or two out there. But yeah, I'll take you to a couple of them.
Yeah, yeah, we don't want to do that, man. We want to be fair to everybody who comes to see me. But I'm gonna eat it all. Believe me, bro. I'm gonna throw down, man. I ain't gonna eat nothing on my whole air flight, man, until I get to Chicago, man. I'm gonna be ready to eat when I get there. So uh, we gonna have a good time. But I want to talk about before we take a break into a next segment. How is the climate down in Chicago, man? Is the killing still going on, man? Is the crazy going on? Is things getting better? You know, the spring is coming, the summer is coming. Give us an overview on how the crime rate or whatever's going on. I know you got a new mayor too.
Well, we will. They're actually right now it's a campaign and the election's coming up, so there will be a new mayor pretty soon. And you have a runoff between two candidates right now. So uh, the city is waiting to see who our next mayor will be. There's a lot of anticipation on who's going to be the next mayor who will be sitting in that office. So you got a lot of
Wow.
people out here, campaigning for the different candidates, going out and supporting them,
Right.
trying to draw the voters to the polls. So yeah, that's what's
Yeah.
going on. As far as like violence, I mean, I don't really watch the news a lot because of that. You know, it seems like they put that out there the most because it seems like that's what people are drawn to. So I do, I keep my ear to the streets, but I don't really try to focus too much on it because it just seems like a lot of that is put out there because that's what's kind of like popular. It seems like it attracts people, but I know that it exists because of some of the work that I do and some of my colleagues with the nonviolence work that we're out here doing. So it exists, it's there, but I think that sometimes it does get a little exaggerated and,
Hmm.
and there's also that fear factor out there, and especially when you have politicians running. Uh, to have that narrative put out there, sometimes what it does is it fits a certain person's agenda. So you have to
Hmm.
be very careful with what you hear in the news or what you even see, because not to say that it doesn't exist and that it's not real, but sometimes it's a little exaggerated
Yeah,
because it's it's something that people tend to expect, especially when you're talking about our city and the
yeah,
reputation.
yeah, man. Chicago is a major city in the world, man. It's so big down there. You got so many people living in Chicago, especially the different areas down there, man.
Mhm.
And I want to commend you for working and helping people, man, and being an example of you can make it and you can make a difference in your life. Um, I want to just say, man, you know, what do you expect? But as we work together, you got so many people coming in. We got people coming from different places to come on. We just had a young lady come on. She gave her information on how she wants to, just her mind, just spreading the good news, man. Let's talk about Hello America, man. About our new show. It's a Pick TV Network original. It's our show that talks about all subjects. Whether it's whether it's religion or whether it's we talking about current events. We could talk about any subject, man. The political, with Hello America, it's just on a whole different aspect, man. How do you why you love that? Why you love Hello America?
Well, the Prison Freedom Program, it's about people who have been impacted by the criminal justice system in some form or fashion. But with Hello America, it allows you to go outside of that. And, life isn't just about that. You have art, uh, politics, sports. There are so many things that one can explore and discuss. And so,
Yeah,
even though people who are incarcerated or formerly incarcerated, I I identify and relate to their plight. While I was going through that, I discovered a lot about myself, but then also other things in the world that exist that I feel are important to me. And so those are issues and topics that I want to discuss as well. And I enjoy networking with people from various facets of life. You
yeah,
know, I like that dialogue, and so to I like to have guests come on who may have a different perspective on life than what a lot of people are accustomed to seeing and hearing. And I think that what that does is it enlightens us. Malcolm X said that travel broadens the mind. And so it's not just about physically traveling, but it's also just traveling in here, using your imagination. And when you meet new people, then that's coming from a different walk of life than you are, in a sense, traveling.
yeah,
Because it's just like going to another country or to another state or whatever. When you meet a person that has a different perspective on life, then it's almost like a sense of traveling, and now you broaden your mind, you're broadening your consciousness. And so I enjoy that for myself, and I enjoy being able to provide that opportunity for our viewers as well.
yeah, man. And that's what I love about. Yeah, I want to thank you, man, because you have become the face of Pick TV Network with so many shows and programs, man. And when people come on, they kind of nervous, and you settle them down, man. Make them feel like they right at home, man, and relaxing. Oh, it's got to be almost, man, going on 30, 30 shows. Series keep growing. Um, bro, you got to poetry, man, for everybody in the new studio, man. You gotta do a poem, man, because man, I just love your poems, and people who watch it right now, bro. Always, if you do poetry, just he gonna do a Pick TV network special poetry showcase, showcasing poetry from people from all over the world. This is the man to get with right here, bro. You got to give us a poem, bro. Oh,
Let me see if I could find something. I might get something out of one of my books.
yeah. And tell people about some of the art, man, that the brothers drew in prison, man. It is, man, we got to come and do a show on that because those brothers who made the art are just spectacular artists, man.
Oh
I
yeah,
never seen nothing look so beautiful.
yeah, yeah, and so that just this Sunday we actually had a fundraiser. Uh, we had well, there was art that was auctioned off and and donated, and the money that was raised was donated to the Institute for Nonviolent Chicago, where I work. So that was an event that I really was proud of being a part of, putting together. And I think, and there were a lot of people who were involved, but I want to give them a shout out right now. The Gallery Cabaret, Audacious Don, another spoken word artist, uh, Gregorio Gomez, Sergio Mayora, Dr. G, and so and a few other artists who were there and that participated in that Sunday at the Gallery Cabaret. So I just want to just send a shout out to all of those people who were involved and some of the people who were even part of the open mic who came and showed up. Thank them for being there. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just happy that that was able to be a success. I look forward to um, us having more successful events like that and just doing something positive for the community and all of the organizations that I'm associated with who are trying to make a difference in the world. As I had mentioned, the Institute for Nonviolence Chicago, LCHEP out of Adler University, which is the Illinois Coalition for Higher Education in Prisons, PNAP out of Northeastern Illinois University, which is the Prison Neighborhoods Arts and Education Project, and last but not least, NAFI, which is Benny Lee's organization, the National Alliance for the Empowerment of the Formerly Incarcerated. I want to thank all of them, and then just other groups as well. The Bring Chicago Home Project and the Chicago Coalition for the Homeless, because we have a homeless crisis right here in Chicago and in other parts of the United States as well. And so I know that they're laboring um, intensely to try to, you know, provide resources to those who are homeless. There's a woman out there right now. Her name is Inglewood Barbie, and she's been doing a lot for the homeless right here in our city, and having people come down and join her cause to try to help those who are homeless, addressing their plight. So yeah, but I'm just grateful just to be part of this city, regardless of all of the negative things that you hear about the city. There are a lot of positive and wonderful things going on, and National Poetry Month is coming up, and Chicago is a big poetry city, and we're going to have a lot of events coming up. I have a few myself, but uh, there are a lot of great artists here, and so even though you may hear some bad and negative things, but there are a lot of positive things that are going on here that get overlooked because right now the narrative that's being pushed out there is crime and violence.
Wow. Yeah, man. When I hear you talking about all of these the love that you're sharing, I love to hear the love that you're sharing, man, and giving back. You know, that's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Oh, we can talk about, trying to fix the problem instead of being a part of the problem. And what you've done is just amazing, man. When I see how the change happened, and 2023 is here. You know, let's talk about the place that we work in, and how is that changing the mind of the people you're around. I don't know how far you can go into it or not.
So yes,
So
I know
yes,
that the
know that
shootings in the
the
Austin
shooting.
area, which is one of the communities that we serve, the shootings have gone down. The numbers of the shootings have gone down. We know that, and so that's a good thing. That's a good thing, and so we want to keep on doing that. I'm the trainer, which is basically kind of like an instructor in a sense, in the philosophy of nonviolence, which comes from Dr. King. But we have outreach workers, we have victim services, case management, reentry, workforce development, all of these different departments that work at trying to build a beloved community. And how do you do that? Well, what you do is you provide them with the resources that they need so that they can be able to function and sustain themselves. And so that's what we've been, doing as an organization, working on that. And we're not perfect, but we're growing. We haven't been around that long here in Chicago. So we're still learning, we're still growing and developing it, and we're going to get better as time progresses. And so,
Yeah,
that's what we're doing right now. And we just want to do everything that we can to have a positive impact and make a positive contribution to building up our city and changing the image, shifting all of that because there's a perception of our city that's out there that's not good. And we want to change that.
man, when you think about Chicago, and it's your city, what are some of the big events, man, that you think we can make with Pick TV Network? You were at some big events last summer, man, and it was smoking. Down at the park. Um, some of the events, the festivals you were at. Give us some of those events, man, that everybody can. When you come to Chicago, you don't want to miss. The Gas Festival. What you don't want to miss when I come to Chicago?
Oh wow. I mean, there's always something that's going on, so like, poetry events, for instance. I know that Brandon Leake is going to be here next month. The poet that won America's Got Talent, he'll be here. And then I have a couple events that are going to be big during National Poetry Month. Then Juneteenth, you're going to have all sorts of celebrations all around the city. So you just got to look it up. There's so many things that's going on. It's a big city, man. So many different neighborhoods, so many different venues. So it's really just about it's about you looking for these things that are going on because there's so much, and I always got my eye out looking for things to do because I like to stay busy, but I also like to I like to network. I like to meet people and exchange ideas, information, and because I like to receive good information because what it does is it sharpens me. It makes me a better person and it stimulates my intellect and imagination. So I try to get out and meet as many people as possible and try to go to different events and learn about things that I may not have been knowledgeable of and or had been exposed to at one time. So there are a lot of things, man. If you come here and you just Google, sometimes I might just be hit Google, events that are going on, and then something will pop up, and I like we got the American Writers Museum down here, which is a nice place to visit, and yeah, it's just there's just a lot going on, man. Uh, I mean, some things have changed here as far as certain events are concerned due to, I guess, them wanting to have more security, but there's still a lot of things that are going on here. A lot
Yeah,
of plays, a lot of plays that they have here. You just got to look it up and see who's coming, but this is still a place where people like to come because Chicago, is a multifaceted city, and then also like a lot of conventions, man. I was just a part of one maybe a little over a month ago, month and a half ago. There were so many conventions downtown, people coming from across the nation, and I was surprised because you could live right here in the city and you wouldn't even know that. Had someone not told me that this stuff was going on, I never would have known that there was downtown at the Hilton. There were all these conventions that were going on, and a lot of people were oblivious to it. So sometimes it's about you being diligent and searching, but and then also it's about who you know because these people will, they'll be in the know of what's going on. But that's what I've learned that, and you'll find that there are a lot of wonderful things going on here.
wow, yeah, man. When I see what you're doing down there, oh, it's amazing, man. Um, it's better down there. Oh,
I didn't hear that last part. I ended up.
yeah. I was saying, is the youth getting better? The youth situation down there with the young people, is that still? Are they off the chain, or is things getting better with them? The young people,
I mean, it depends on whom you're talking to, right? There are a lot of I know a lot of positive young people, right? And I think that's the thing with a lot of older people. They're not in those spaces,
right?
so this they're getting the information from the news, and it's putting a negative picture out there about young people. Now, are our young people, some of our young people, doing some bad things? Yes, of course. But there are, and I tell this to people all the time, and probably because I make it my business to end up in these spaces, right? And
Yeah,
then also because I'm an artist. Number one, I'm like right now, I'm a journalist, right? So I have a journalist mind. What does a journalist do? He's going to investigate. He's going to explore. So I have that number one. Number two, I'm an artist. So I find myself in these spaces, and it's intentional. So because I'm in these spaces, I end up I'm exposed to young people who are doing positive things, right? And so I had that connection and that relationship, but uh, a lot of people who are not their peers, they don't see that because they're not in those spaces, and it's important for us to have that relationship with them instead of distancing ourselves, right? And I think that this is something that is just like, I don't know, a tradition or a habit of people, who are older. Uh, they don't know how to connect. They don't know how to relate to
Mhm.
the to the youth in their culture, and so that's the gap. And then obviously, over the years, things have changed. We do know that there is a level of danger with the violence, and there are so many reasons why uh, that danger exists right now, and it's probably greater than it once was. We can go, you can go into all sorts of reasons why, but the disconnect that separates the older generations from the youth that are out there. Um, it doesn't have to be if we learn how to go into those spaces and be able to communicate with them. Because that's what it's really
Yeah,
about, to communicate with people if you're going to have an understanding. And that's what I tell people. That's why, you know, this event that I'm going to have on the 20th of April, honoring some of the elder poets. The purpose of that is because, and it goes both ways too, right? Younger people, but we know that younger people are not going to have a initial desire to understand the people who are older than they are, right?
yeah,
But uh, when I talk to a lot of the artists, a lot of the poets, they didn't know about their predecessors, the ones who laid the foundation that paved the way for them. But because I'm a student, right? I'm a lover of knowledge, and I love my craft. I chose to delve into that, so I had that knowledge, right? Because I have the informal and formal education in my craft. And so I know who these people are, and then I've been fortunate enough to even meet some of the elders in my craft. And so when I talk to the poets of my generation, and then those that are even, younger than myself, they don't really know. Most of them have no idea of what or whom I'm talking about. And so I saw that that was something that was common, and I felt like to have that disconnect, to have that gap, is going to continue because just like our current poets, right, that are prominent don't know about the ones that preceded them, there's going to be a time when the ones coming up after them are not going to know, right? Because it's not a rite of passage. And at one time, you had that rite of passage where you had one group that would pass down the knowledge and information and wisdom to the next. And right now, you don't have that going on. So that's what I wanted to do, and to start that where we would become knowledgeable about our predecessors and the way the foundation that they laid, and then hopefully we could be able to pass that along, and it just keeps on going. But it has to start. That gap that exists, it has to. We have to eliminate that.
yeah, and, man, and that's what I'm saying, man. What you doing is it's amazing, man. I got to give you a lot of love, man, because doors open. Somebody's opening the door because is open. Doors open for you. Every time you come on do a show, this gets better and better and better and better and better, man. Um, man, you met people just like this. and you say, you want to be on the network, come on and give you a shot to be on TV. And as we grow our shows, man, in Chicago and DC and New York and Texas and overseas, man, international folks coming on. You've been on the book fair. You've been on the Pick TV network. You're the face on Hello America. You're the face on Prison Freedom Channel. You're all over there. Oh, tell somebody out there, man, why is it important for them to invest in the Pick TV network and to give a donation to help us to do what we do?
Well, it's just for one, and if it's a black-owned network, right? And the reason why we emphasize that is because a lot of times our stories aren't told, you know, and we don't have that opportunity, and so this gives us a platform to be able to do that. And then when it is being told, it's not necessarily accurate, right? Because what is appealing is this myth or stereotype that is projected out there about who we are. That's what's popular. That's what seems to sell and have an appeal. And so it almost becomes as though we're not real human beings. We're like some other mythical type of group of people because of this persona that is put out there a lot of times. A lot of times out there in the media or by the media to the public. So it's important to invest in this because of the quality content that we have, the things that we talk about, and we allow the people to be able to see and hear. And without this, then you don't have, or you have other people who are controlling the narrative, and that narrative isn't always beneficial towards us.
I could love about you're a supporter, man. You give towards the network. You support the network. A lot of people again they will see somebody talking, man, but you walk the walk, man. You right beside me. You make sure that you got my back. You got the network back, man, and you sponsor people just like you had the young lady come on tonight, man, and the other brother from the other week. You can't you don't turn people back, man. They may not have funds or whatever. You always give people a shot on Pick TV Network, man. I want to commend you for that, boss, because a lot of people, man, when they get to your spot, they forget about other people, man. But you have not forgotten, man. You always like share the love. You share with everybody else. You want to bring everybody along, man, and that's big, especially in today's time. It seems like everybody is concerned about what they doing, and they ain't got time to show love to nobody else. But man, I want the world to know this brother supports Pick TV Network with his love, his prayers, and his support. This dude is a giver of our network. He's not just talking because, he ain't got nothing to do. My brother supports the network and he gives towards the network, man. And I love you for that, O. I love you so
Yeah.
much, man.
I appreciate that, sir, man, and the same here, man. It's reciprocated, and our voices, our stories are important, you know, and they need to be heard, and so it shouldn't be that it's controlled and monopolized by a privileged few,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, and our people shouldn't be exploited either. So I feel like our stories and our voices need to be heard. And so
yeah.
when there are people who are out here who have something to say that the world needs to hear, if I can, if I can play a role in that getting out to the public, then you know, I'm willing to do it. You know, I feel that that's part of my job as well. Like I said, being a journalist, I take it very seriously. You get a lot of people, especially nowadays, that with social media and how they could just get on a platform and say whatever they want to say, and I don't, to each his own, right? But for me, I think that it's important that we utilize this to be able to get the people's stories and messages out that are meaningful. I
Yeah,
believe that we should do that, and so I take this very seriously. I'm not just getting on here and joking around or anything like that. Uh, I prepare myself as much as I possibly can, even though my schedule is very busy and it seems like it's becoming increasingly more it's increasingly busier, right? But I still try to prepare myself when I come on here for each show and each guest that comes on here because I know that it's important. What they have to say is important, so I take that seriously. I
yeah,
respect their time and their message that they have to give out. And then I also respect the time of our audience, you know. Uh, so I try to do my best to prepare, but also to provide with quality content and that which has substance.
oh man, that's awesome, man. Thank you. Oh, man, that's awesome, man. I want to say thank you again. Oh, we getting ready to shut it down. I know we got a busy day tomorrow, man, and then a lot of stuff popping up for you. We in our new studio setup, me and brother O just testing some things, folks. So we got some things that we working on, and we're gonna be bringing you some new looks. We're gonna be bringing you some a whole bunch of a new love for everybody out there as far as watching our shows and programs. We always trying to improve on Pick TV Network. We don't want to be a network who just have one dimensional shows and programs. We want to upgrade, and this is why your donations are so important. Those watching right now, as we do what we do, we virtually right now, but we're gonna have on-site location down there in Chicago. But until then, we're going to continue to improve on our virtual presentations, and we want to, let everybody know that you guys can be on Pick TV Network and beam in with us. Brother O would love for you to be on Hello America or the Prison Freedom Show on Pick TV Network. We'll make room for you guys. Our network is not just about one thing. We trying to help everybody who have a story to be told. As Brother O said, we're not going to leave anybody out. You do poetry, we got poetry shows. If you have a story, you can tell your story on Pick TV Network. Whatever you desire to do, we're going to make it happen for you on our network. We got some kids shows coming up this summer. We don't want to forget the kids. We do our things with them. Everybody's important on the Pick TV Network. So let's get ready to rumble. Get ready. Get ready to get some new stuff. Everybody, on behalf of the Pick TV Network, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for being on me and Brother O from Chicago, Pick TV Network studio, folks. Again, for those who are watching with us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, those who are watching on Amazon Live, we're on a brand new platform called Amazon Live on this brand new show that we on. Hey, Brother O, hey, thank you, man. We're going to shut this thing down. And thank you for all your support, all your love, man. And let's keep doing what we're doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, everybody, we'll see you next time on the Pick TV Network. Our network is your network. God bless you. Keep being safe, wear your mask, share the love with everybody you meet. Make sure that you tell somebody that yeah, be safe. And we'll see you next time on Pick TV Network. Thank you.